Something bad happened to you in the hospital and you learn that the hospital violated certain rules, regulations, and procedures. What can you do about it and what does this mean for you? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me, I'll tell you exactly what it means. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. Does the fact that the hospital staff violated their own rules and regulations and procedures mean that you're automatically going to win your case? The answer is not necessarily. You see, a violation of a hospital procedure or rule or regulation is just that. It is a violation. The defense will often argue that, listen, this is a violation. It does not necessarily mean that there was wrongdoing. It does not necessarily mean that injury resulted from that violation of a particular rule and procedure. Our argument, on the other hand, is a little bit different. We turn around and say that there's a specific reason why the hospital has developed rules and regulations and procedures, so that if things were not followed, we can then assume that something was done wrong. At the end of the case, the jury will be allowed to determine for themselves and give a certain weight to the violations that we've been able to show. So if in fact the hospital did violate their own rules, regulations, and procedures, that may be some evidence of negligence. However, it does not automatically mean that you're going to win your case. Now, if you know, in a medical malpractice case, we have to show three things. We have to show not only that there was negligence or carelessness, but we have to show that the carelessness caused injury, that's known as causation, and then we have to show that the injury is significant and or permanent. And all three of those elements must be present. So even if we're able to show that there was some evidence of negligence through the violation of the hospital, the breach of the hospital rules and regulations, that's only the first element. We then have to support it by showing that there is a departure from good and accepted medical care with expert medical testimony. Once we do that, now the jury will have additional information in which to use to support our claim. So why do I tell you about this? I tell you about this to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process and in the trial process here in the state of New York. Chances are you're watching this video because you have questions and concerns about your particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York, what I encourage you to do, pick up the phone and call me. I answer legal questions like yours every single day. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at lawmed10@yahoo.com. I'm Gerry Oginski here in New York. Thanks for watching.